Can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. My name's Leslie and you are in my kitchen down on the farm. Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I am Leslie and you are in my kitchen down on the farm, such as it is. It's kind of a mess today, and that's just real life here today. It's the way it's gonna be. Sorry. I have been planning to do quite a bit of Christmas decorating, but I don't have my decorations in here yet. They haven't been brought down. Bryant and Daniel have been working and they have not gotten them down here yet. So today is, at the moment of this filming, you're not going to see this until Thursday. But at this very moment, it is Tuesday afternoon. Tomorrow is a very, very special day. It is Bryant's birthday. And so tonight, let me tell you what he's doing. Bless his heart. Tomorrow is not only his birthday, but it's also Wednesday, which is also church night. And it's the first Wednesday of the month, which means it's meal night at our church. And I didn't have anybody to ask to cook the meal. So Bryant's cooking the meal because I keep the boys and I have to pick the boys up off the bus, and it's just too hard for me to get all that done and cook the church meal. So Bryant offered. He says, Leslie, don't worry about asking anybody else. I'll do it. So I don't know if he's going to start on it tonight. I know he probably needs to go to the grocery store tonight. But anyway, we're going to start kind of his birthday stuff tonight, and we're gonna make one of, it's actually mine and his favorites, one of our very, very favorite things. And I have some of that leftover chicken that we froze, that we bought extra when we did the chicken stew, so we froze some. So I've been using a lot of chicken. So we're gonna do my creamy chicken chili. Yes, I have done that a million times on here. So it's really not so much about the recipes as it is celebrating his birthday. So we're going to start out tonight for supper fixing that. Then we'll probably move to breakfast in the morning. And then probably we will go with him as he fixes the meal at church and so forth. And we'll just kind of follow him through his day. It's not going to be anything extravagant. We're not going out to eat. We're not doing anything major. We'll probably celebrate closer to the end of the week because our birthdays are so close together that we usually kind of meet somewhere in the middle and celebrate later. So, and we have a special place we're going, and I can't wait to take you. So, but anyway, in this video, we're going to start with supper. We'll probably have breakfast in the morning, and so there's going to be several things on this video, so don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss it.
Well, guys, we're going to do this recipe in voiceover style. I have some chicken in the water here. I put some black pepper, some salt, and some poultry seasoning just to give it a little bit of flavor. So I also want to kind of go ahead and prep some other things. So I'm going to chop up this onion. If you've never seen how I chop an onion, let me show you real quick. I cut it in half from top to bottom. So the top end and the root end, and I cut it down in half. I aim my knife towards the center in every which way I go. So I'm kind of slanted inward. And then when I get to the top, I'm straight down. And then I come across, and it makes these beautiful little dices, and you don't have to kind of hold your hand on top of the onion and slice it across. It's just real simple, and it makes great little small diced up onions. But see, I'm slanted towards the center, and I'm straightening my knife as I get to the top. and then I start slanting it again, aiming towards the center of the onion every time. And then I just go down the front. And it makes a perfect little dice. All right, so I'm just prepping this onion ahead of time so I don't have to do it later. That's the kind of the way I roll around here. Well, Mr. Madron just came in and said, turn the chicken off. Or actually, he turned the chicken off. He says, come on, ride with me somewhere. So we're getting in the truck and we actually switched trucks and now we're headed somewhere, and I have figured out where we're going.
It's really important.
It is so very important. We're going to get deer corn.
Yep. That's where we're going.
Actually, this makes me happy. This is the first year that in a long time, in 2 or 3 years, that you've been able to really relax and be excited about deer hunting. Now, we don't know how many times he'll get to go because he hasn't got to go yet, but at least he's excited about it. So we'll see. We'll see if we have any venison recipes coming up. So let's get back to this soup that I've made on here several times. I have just taken my hand mixer and shredded that chicken. I did not think it was quite enough chicken, so I did add 1 can. 3 chicken breasts should be plenty, but these were a bag of breast pieces, and I really wasn't sure how much I had in there. Just didn't look like enough to me, so I did add a can of chicken. I'm going to put my onions that I chopped earlier in here, and as life would have it, I thought I was filming but didn't. So here I've added 2 cans of Great Northern beans. One of them I drained, the other one I didn't. There was some petite diced tomatoes and 2 cans of the green chilies. I also added in about a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. The recipe calls for a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of black pepper, and then I added salt to taste. I'm also adding in about a cup of chicken broth here, and we're going to let that cook, let the onions get nice and soft. Here I'm adding my salt. The recipe does call for a teaspoon of cayenne, but I cut back a little bit because Bryant does not like things spicy. And since it's his birthday week, we're going to do it like Bryant would like it. I'm just going to give it a stir, and we're going to let this cook for about 30 minutes, letting the onions get nice and soft and those flavors to meld together. Okay, the time is up, so it's come time to add the creaminess to this soup, which makes it so delicious. I'm going to add in 2 cups of heavy cream and a cup and a half of sour cream. And I don't want any of that heavy cream to go to waste, so I'm going to scrape it out. But here we're going to add in a cup and a half of sour cream. And of course, as usual, it was a new container, so I was having to open it and measure out a cup and a half. This soup is so creamy and so delicious, so flavorful. It has become probably my favorite soup that we make. I love vegetable soup. I love chicken and rice. I love our broccoli and cheese. And this one has probably just become my favorite. So there I go in with the sour cream, and we're going to give it a nice stir. You can see I had made a nice mess on my stove today. So and we're just going to heat that back up and let it all come together, and there it is. There is this creamy chicken chili in all of its glory and all of its wonderfulness right there. So I'm going to scoop Bryant up a bowl. Oh, this is so good. I mean, we just had this the other day and my mouth is watering again, wanting it again. Oh, it is so good. So good. And it is served really well with these tortilla strips. Hey everyone, well it is the next day and it is Bryant's birthday, but we did not do breakfast this morning because he had forgotten that he had to lead FCA, which is Future Christian Athletes. And so he went and did that, and he carries them breakfast when he does that. So there was no need for breakfast, which is a really good thing because my kitchen's a mess and I need to get it cleaned up. So he's going to actually be cooking the church fellowship meal today. So we've got a lot going on. Benji's here. I just got Benji down for a nap. And so now I'm going to get to work in this messy kitchen. Happy birthday to my sweet, sweet husband. Hey everyone. Well, Benji and I have just arrived back home from leaving the church, the fellowship hall. We had gone to help Bryant make the baked spaghetti for church tonight, but there was no helping make baked spaghetti. That was my intentions of going, but little man back here did not want to be put down, and he wanted to be held the whole time. And I think he's teething a little bit because he's kind of got the runny nose, and you can tell his little eyes are weak, so he may be teething again. But anyway, he did not want me to put him down. And normally, I would put him down, let him kind of whimper a little bit and cry a little bit, and then realize I didn't go anywhere. I'm still right there. I would come and tend to him a little bit. But I couldn't do that today because we were in the fellowship hall kitchen. Out in the fellowship hall, there was a Bible study going on. So I couldn't let him cry. So really, I just went and kept Bryant company while he made the baked spaghetti. And he did an amazing job. I mean, like, he made that, and he made it look easy, like really did. And I was going to film a little bit of him doing the baked spaghetti, but let me tell you, it was like the Tasmanian devil on steroids. There was food and cheese and noodles and sauce, and it was everywhere. Let me tell you, my husband is absolutely a wonderful cook. Now, when we first got married, his specialty, and only one specialty, was stir fry. But through the years, he has definitely developed a knack of cooking. But let me tell you, that man is the messiest cook I have ever seen. He cannot cook he can't make a sandwich without making a mess. I've never seen anything like it. And so I don't let him cook that often. But, and so anyway, I was just like this while he was cooking those. My eyes were this big, like, oh my goodness. And, but anyway, I can't wait. Supper's going to be delicious. And, he's got to pick up a few things for the salad, and he's got to butter the bread and get the bread done, and it's ready, and bake the baked spaghetti. The spaghetti's made and ready. It's just got to be stuck in the oven for a little bit. So it's going to be delicious. So I can't wait to get to church tonight. And I scooped out a little bit, and Benji thought Papa is a mean cook. He says he can make a great baked spaghetti. He loved it. So anyway, I'm going inside now to rest a little bit before I have to pick up the boys from the bus stop. Well, we're headed back to church, and I have all three boys in the car.
I'm going back to church. Past 30 days.
Her mama gets there. Their mama gets there about right at church starting time. And I try to get there a little early so I can, usually so I can help do a little something, but with three little boys, it's hard to do a whole lot. So anyway, we're headed to church. I'll see you there.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to
Well, let me just tell you, that meal was absolutely amazing. It was wonderful. It was delicious, perfection. And the church is so sweet. And they got him a birthday cake, and they added my name to it because my birthday's pretty close to Bryant's. So they celebrated both of us. They sang him happy birthday last night. Our church loves us so much, and we love them so very much. And we just could not ask to be at a better church, or I shouldn't say that, but it's true. And anyway, they are just so good to us. But it was a wonderful day. Despite the mess he made, he cleaned it up. He did great. He had a couple ladies, because I had to come home and get the boys off the school bus. You have to meet them because there's a kindergartner involved, so you have to be down there. And I had Benji. He had a couple ladies from church come and help him make the bread, get the salad together, and it went over. We had a huge crowd last night. It was huge, and it was a wonderful evening. And so that's kind of how we celebrated his birthday. Now, it wasn't much of a celebration, I know, but let me just say, in other videos, you will see us celebrate some more. Because usually, since ours are close together, Bryant and I will do something, just me and him. And then at some point, our kids will do something for the family and do something for us. So we're not done yet. And because our birthdays are so close together, the kids kind of get to put us together, and it's just really good that way. Now, last year, we went and ate Japanese food, and the kids paid for it, and Bryant was like, never again are they going to spend that much money on our birthday dinner. So we told them this year, we said, you are going to cook, you're going to keep it cheap. And I even told Caroline this morning, I said, I don't care if you just make several boxes of Hamburger Helper. Just the family being together is all we want. So I think Caroline and Jessica are going to put their heads together. They may do something Sunday evening for us, and it's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful because it's not about what we're having. It's just about us being together. And let me tell you what else is coming up. Next week is a craft, and I'm gonna make the craft probably do a tutorial video, and it may be a learn as I go type tutorial, and then I'm gonna put it in fast forward, and Jessica and Caroline are coming over. We're having a girls night, craft night, and we're gonna make several of these, so that's gonna be exciting for next week. But anyway, I'm going to end today's video here. Remember, we still got some more celebrating to do. Poor Bryant had to work on his birthday. He had to work at the farm. Then he had to make the meal for church. So, but he loved every second of it. That's his heart. That's the type of person he is, and he loved every second of it. So thank you guys so much for wishing him a happy birthday. Thank you for those that reached out on Facebook. We love and appreciate each and every one of you, and we love and appreciate each and every sweet comment and happy birthday wishes. It was wonderful. So it's not over yet. We got more celebrating to do, and it's only because our birthdays come close together. So, all right, we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully on the next one, we'll be getting this fall colored stuff down and put some red and green up. So, all right, we'll see you on the next one. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.